Hello everyone, I welcome you all in today's lecture. As we have seen in the last lecture, the expert system and its architecture and the applications and the limitations of the expert system. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the planning. So, what is the objectives of today's lecture? The objective is very simple to understand the planning approach in artificial intelligence. So, first of all, what is the planning? The planning is arranging a sequence of actions to achieve a goal. It uses core areas of AI like searching and reasoning, as well as NLP, that is natural language processing, and computer vision. Basically, robotics has two parts. The first part is relevant to the mechanical, that is kinematics, and second one is that relevant to the computer engineering, that is planning. The few examples of planning is given here where the planning can use navigation, maneuvering, language processing, etc. What about the language and the planning? What the language we can use in the planning? The non-linguistic representation for the sentence. As we know that I see movie. In this sentence, I is an agent, see is an action, and movie is an object. So word order determination, that is very important. If we speak this sentence in Marathi, so we can say मी movie बघतो. So in that order, if we translate into the English, so it will be I movie see. So it is not correct sentence syntactically. Therefore, intermediate language will be used. What about the planning classical approach? For the classical approach in planning, it considers the environment with few assumptions. So environment should be fully observable, environment should be deterministic, environment should be finite, environment should be static. Static means only change is via the agent's action and are discrete in time, action, objects, and effects. One example we'll consider here. A robot has to pick up an object which is fallen on the floor at point A and keep it at a point B on the floor in a room. So what about the state and the action in this example? So state is nothing but the positions of objects in the room plus its own position. And robot actions, it move one step left, right, forward, back, pick up object from the floor, put down the object in its arm on the floor. So robot needs to find a safe way from point A to B by exploring the new environments. Robot has a map of the entire room, knows all the objects in the room and their positions. So plan of the environment. A crucial aspect of this AI system is the need to solve a large problems by decomposing into smaller sub-problems, solving them and combine their solutions to compose a final solution. As we know that divide and conquer strategy is popular strategy while solving the large problems. Using the divide and conquer strategy, we split the large problems into the small problems, and all small problems independently can be solved and their solutions finally combined together for the final solution. How to find a decomposition of a large problem? Yes, of course, few problems can decompose, can split into sub problems and can be solved independently, but few problems cannot be solved because that problems can dependent on other problems, sub problems. So many problems are nearly decomposable. Sub problems do not overlap much. So in other words, we can say that planning is nothing but identifying steps or sequence of actions to solve a given problem before executing them. Actions are not actually executed, hence a plan is required. In a real world, often the actions cannot be undone, then planning becomes very important. Environment may be stochastic, that is not fully predictable. So, when we attempt to execute a plan, the result of an action may be different from what was assumed. A particular actions in the plan may fail altogether. Then what will be the next? So several possibilities will be there. The first one, generate a new plan and start at the beginning. Yes, we can generate new plan and you can start again. Second, redo the fail action, continue when it succeeds. In the other case, only that fail actions we can run it again and we'll continue when it becomes succeed. And third step is that find a new sub plan for doing the failed step. But then any sub plan that depended on the fail part are also affected. So if the sub problems did not overlap much, then only local effects of a failed sub plan. So initially we make the following assumptions. State space is finite, actions are non-durative, effects of actions are deterministic, and actions do not fail. There are two approaches to get the solution. One is that forward planning, another is backward planning. In forward planning, begin at the start state and works toward the goal state. In backward planning, begin at the goal state and work toward the initial state. So it is easier since branching factor may be smaller in case of the backward planning. For example, travel planning. Please plan an economic class round trip air travel from Pune to France, lasting 9 days, covering at least 3 different locations. So I want to spend at least 2 days in each location. So I am interested in nature, history and art. So constraint is given. I want to spend at least 2 days in each location. So while considering that constraint, we have to solve this problem. So how we can make a planning, yes, to solve this problem. This is the one example where we can use the planning. Now, planning in block world. Block world is a problem and where the planning can use. Using the planning, we can solve the block word problems. So what is the block word problems? So first of all, we describe the block world problems and then we'll see how the planning can be used while solving this block word problem. Now, description of the block word. So there is a flat surface on which blocks can be placed. There are many square blocks, all of the same size, and names are given to the block which is unique one, that is A, B, C, etc. And blocks can be placed on top of each other. And there is a robot arm that is used to perform the actions related to moving the block around. For example, placing a block from one place to another, placing a block on table, placing one block to another block. The arm can hold at most one block at a time. This is the condition. This is the constraint in which the robot's arm can hold only one block at a time. So assumption is that each block can have at most one other block on top of it. So different predicates we can express, we can use in the planning. A given situation, it is also called as the state, that can be described using a formula, and that is made up of the following predicates. For example, on A comma B, block A is on the block B. That is what the description for this. On table A, which describes block A, is on the table. Clear A. For that predicate, there is nothing on the top of block A. Holding A, which describes the robot arm is holding block A. Arm empty. The robot arm is holding nothing. The example is given here for the block world problem. We can see the block B is on block A and block A is on table A. Block C is on table C and block D is on table. So arm is empty. So how it is described? So block B is on block A, that is on B comma A, and on table A, on table C, on table D, and arm should be empty in order to perform the action. Actions that robot arm can perform. Yes, each action or operator that transforms one state into another. So each action has associated with it precondition, add, and the delete. These three components which are very important. Precondition, it is a list of predicates that must be true before the action can be applied. Add, it is a list of predicates that become true after the actions applied. And delete, it is a list of predicates that becomes false after the action is get applied. So any predicate which are not included in either the add or the delete list, then it is assumed to be unaffected by the action. The planning problem. Given an initial state S0 and final or goal state S1, identify the best sequence of actions that will transform the state S0 to state S1. So each action can only be one of the four operations: unstack, stack, pick up, and put down. Now, components of the planning system. So choosing the next best action to execute. This is the first component. Second component is that compute the next state by applying the chosen action to the current state. So question is that how to compute parts of the state that remain unchanged. If each action could specify the part of the state that it affects, then any other parts of the state would remain unchanged. In our example, we could use resolution based theorem prover to compute the change part of the state. The slides of this lecture, which are referred from the Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, Pushpak Bhattacharya, CSE Department, IIT Bombay. Thank you.